Well, hello there. Make sure everything's happy here. And that everything is ready. We also need to do this real fast. Get that updated. Perfect. All right. So let's take a quick peek again at, oops, this. Nope. Get, ugh. You. There we go. There we go. Up here. So we want to look at the Flutter testing again really quick. What's that? Oh, it's because everything's, yeah. I saw the yellow squiggles, but it's because everything, all cases are covered currently. But we want that in there in case they're not in the future. So we add test. This inside the test folder. So this isn't there. So this is regular. I'm more interested in widget testing is what I'm actually interested in. We'll do unit testing later for sure. Flutter test, widget tester. So I think we have camel. Flutter test, yes, that exists. Wait. SDK Flutter. Yeah, okay. That exists. So we have widgets. So we can actually implement some of this pretty easy. Where does this get to live? Flutter test package. Ah, they must go in the same file. Okay, so if we go back to there. Test file. Test inside test folder located the root of your Flutter application or package. So that must be here. We'll put it in. I've already got test. Oh yeah, we do already have test. We'll cancel that real quick. So they're saying we should end this with underscore test dot dart. So let's do that. This, we'll start with an easy widget. Like so. And you just double check here. Let's just Flutter test. It looks like, let's just test it for funsies. And make sure it actually finds that if we do, we're at the root. No, we're not. Now we're at the root. Oops. Okay, so it looks like it found it. Obviously everything failed because there's nothing in there. I think we're good though. So let's go back to widget testing. So we got the dependency already. We already have this widget, and let's open you over here as usual. Test widgets test. Okay, so we need a main in here. Test widgets. This looks like a label for it. We'll do text, or rather login text field has a label and a text field, just say. And this is tester async. Just like so. And we need to close that. This is, we need to import that. There we go. Okay. So in here we can do await tester pump widget. This is in text field. Test. We'll need create a controller, I suppose. This can be false. What were you called? Text editing controller? Yes. Use you. Okay, it doesn't like that. That's fine. Where was I getting that from? What was telling me to use an underscore? Functions. Functions, I think, can start with an underscore for private. But apparently variables can't. That's fine. So, and then we'll come down here. Search for a widget using a finder. Okay. So we await this. We'll say find.text test, and then what widget? Verify a widget using a matcher. Widget with icon. Widgets that contain an icon. Okay. Interesting. By widget. Find by widget my button. Okay. So theoretically, we can find by text field, right? Finding the name. Oh, the instance given by the widget argument. Okay. So we would need can't do you there. I have gone all go on it there. Let's fix that. This would need to be, oops. I can't do that because find widgets. Let's look at the docs. Well, let's go back. Let's finish this first. Let's get that out of here for 1 second. We'll take this out as well for 1 sec. And we'll look at the testing part, so we expect label finder. Oops, this is this way. You go out here. Finds one widget. Okay. And then if I could type, it would make things easier. That. Okay, now text widgets. My key instance. Okay, so they have imported material in here, and it seems to work okay. So we can actually say, well, let's do it this way. And they've just done oh, we need to, not a finder, but this is just text field, we need to not test, that one. And then I don't need that. And then we expect find by widget, or we could pull this up and say by widget, text box widget dot, not that, finds one widget, like that. Theoretically, we should be able to run you in here as well. Outside test exception. Let's I think I need to do more with that widget. No, it's still outside test exception. Oh, because I'm an idiot. See here, this is outside of the await. Down here is where this stuff needs to go. Put it outside of the test, outside test exception. I didn't put it inside of here. Okay. No directionality widget found. And it's because directionality widget ancestor, rich text, text padding row column expanded, padding row column expanded. $41. In their example here, oh, in their pump widget example here, they actually put this inside a container. And I don't know if that's required. Let's find out. Directionality ancestor. Okay. Just for fun. And see. If that helps. No. Directionality widget ancestor. Is it because expanded row, column, expanded row? Interesting. Okay, just for funsies, is this an exception in anything we're doing, or is this just an exception in the render it completely? Okay. So that fails too. Oops. Shouldn't be that one. I think it should be that one. It should be that one too, yeah. Oh, the other thing. Tester pump widget. Up above, they also did this. Material app. Home was this. So we can try with that as well for sure. Okay. Material ancestor, material widget ancestor within the closest lookup boundary. Go back to the introduction one. Confused by the different permutations they have in here, because like this one wraps it in material app and then a scaffold. This is just a container, but that's also because the material app is the key. Child widget, which is a padding. Back here, this one, but this does return a material app widget. It's a little bit perplexing. Matcher. But looks like we got less errors when we wrapped it in an app. Like the find widgets example here. Home is that. Home is that. I guess we could try a scaffold, but I don't think this is gonna do much. About these errors. Oh, except it will. Okay. It must need all of this to know how to orient itself in the page, which is what it was talking about, right? Okay. Well, let's find out if this part works now. It's not clear. Like, what are the best practices here, right? Because I guess if they're wrapping it in a material app here, home is a container. I guess we're not doing anything wrong in the widget. Okay, that passes. But yeah. So this should fail because this is not a complete representation of this widget. Found 0 matches. Okay. It's fine because we need to do a couple things here. This text field needs to match what we expect over here. So we need controller to be the test controller. We need this paint. Didn't think so. Why are you... Oh, right. Because that was const. We don't need that. That should do. Do we need to do decoration, I wonder? Let's try it without it and just see. That's not what I need. Get out of there. What's going on here? Yeah, that should go away. There we go. That'll wrap it up there. Okay. Let's see if we actually need any of that. Or any of the rest of that. Or if just a controller. Because it's not a password. Yeah, we still can't. None were found, but one was expected. So would we need to... go ahead and do... border, outline input border, that, oh, this goes inside, this is decoration, outline input border. So, oh, I'm completely lost. Input decoration. Border is that, okay. And then that should be null. And then this should be false. That should be the signature or the form of this widget. In theory. It's not though. We're missing something still. Test controller, text field, input decoration, border is outline input border. This should result in a null because it's false. Obscure text should be false. I guess maybe we... that lives in here. Do I need to specifically... say that it's a null? Nothing. Okay. So, what are my other options then? I guess I could give it a key, but that's not really what I want. And I'm betting you that this is because find a specific widget instance. This isn't actually the same instance. Like, we're creating a copy of the form, but I don't think it's the correct way to tell Flutter what we're looking for here. Is there any... yeah, here's how to get a text widget. Text find, because I don't need, but I don't need that. Find text. Oh, it's not text widget, it's text field. Flutter text field. Okay, so we can also do, let's get rid of this because that didn't work. Let's do by type. Which is the particular type. Text field. Okay, this should pass now because it should find one text field. Okay, and it does. It only finds the one because that's the only one in there. Perfect. But now we're interested in a couple of things inside of here. Let's see, we can... do... We can do that. Expect widget finder. How do I get you? Can I directly... No, I don't think I can do this. I would need to... The example they give over here is more like tester. This tester. Tester pump widget. Syntax is much different. Can do first widget. Can I do first item find about this? Okay, this will work for this one. And then as text field, but then I need to wrap this, I think. Ugh, stop that. And then obscure text. We expect obscure text in this case to be false. And first as text field dot input decoration dot suffix icon because it can be null. I guess I would need to do that. I need to say you can't be null because you have to have decoration either way. And can I do that? I don't think so, no. I would need to say, is there some more useful expect stuff here? I don't think so. Oh, but I can't expect null like that. That does work. Okay. So we expect you to be null. First widget finder is not a subtype of type text field in typecast. Oh, do I need to... Did I miss something? Variant of this finder. The returns a variant of the finder. Whoops. I need to do something else to get get a handle of this widget so that we can test it. Can I cast find result to a widget somehow? That's not the one. That doesn't help me. So can I just do that directly? No. But there is, what does tester have? Pump widget. You can do interaction type things. First widget, what are you? First matching widget, okay. First widget of the widget finder as a text field. This needs to go in here. Let's see what that'll do for us. Perfect. Nailed it. Awesome. Okay, now let's do a variant of this test, and we can just do, in theory, another inside the same class. This will be login text field. Password variant hides characters. And password variant hides characters and is toggleable, I guess we could say. So up here we say true. Here, this should be true. Oops. And then this should now be icons dot you hidden something some obscured no not I get icon visibility outlined. That should be the default start of it. If I run you, oh, that's not going to run both. That's just going to run the first one. No, it won't. Okay. And if I show both, there we go. Okay, good. Perfect. So, issues. Expected. Actual Icon button disabled. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, so it's actually an icon button. That makes sense. We expect that. Oops. It should be turned silent. Fix that right quick. Plugged in as well. Okay, so this is actually not the suffix icon though. Oops, I've made a mistake, I think. On pressed is required. This is in the decoration. Suffix, okay, yeah. Decoration, suffix icon. What if instead of checking that, we still want that. We want suffix icon dot icon. No. Decoration, suffix icon. Icon. Why is it I can't access that property? Because the receiver can be null. So that can't be null. Am I confused about the name? Oh, I am, because it's not actually... We've got on pressed. It has icon. Flutter icon button test icon. Batting. So this example here. I guess we don't really need to... Icon button. Hmm. And I'm betting you that if I do this, and we just say, look, you get an anonymous function here, or an empty one, that one, that is icon. Which is an icon. Like that. I bet you this fails because it's not going to match that callback. Or the on press, rather. Like, they look very similar, but we would have to... We'd have to pull this over. Now I'm just curious for the sake of curiosity here. Hey, what's up? We'd have to do this, I think. We can swap out the on-pressed here. But... why are you unhappy? Oh, because I got... many things. Okay, so we wouldn't need that. Yeah, we couldn't call set state in here even if we wanted to. So yeah, that kind of doesn't really help me. We need to... this looks really weird to me seeing a mobile dev coding. Well, I'm not a mobile dev. So I guess that makes it extra weird. Anonymous closure. Yeah. Can I do... I would need to do that though. Missing yet another. There we go. I could do that, which is just hideous and awful, but let's just see if it works for funsies. It doesn't. Even though it's the same. Huh. Interesting. Is it because I can't do... what if I put this up here instead? And I expect this to evaluate the true. No, still interesting. Because I'm a software engineer backend, I know that Flutter is so hard to learn. It's not that hard to learn. I'm using Flutter. I am indeed. So there's some sort of inequality happening here. I'm not super concerned about the icon. Like, it's just a visual thing, right? It was just kind of an interesting thing to try to do. Let me see here. Flutter test icon button icon. Find it. I found it already. Check icon type has changed when pressing list row. That's close to what I want. Let's see what you have to say here. Flashbang. Expect find widget with icon. Finds one widget. Yeah, I could do that. Assigning keys. That doesn't really truly help at all. Okay, so nobody gave this guy any decent answers. Not surprising. How do you see the output? Is it the debugging or you have a mobile simulator? So I'm not doing a mobile build. If we just do this, oh, that's my tests. If I come over here, main, we let it build. Then we have a window. And right now this is all it does. And then you can type things in. I haven't wired up anything else yet. Because Flutter builds for desktop as well. Okay, so back here and we'll go back to my test. Pardon me. Okay, so trying to find it during testing. Building a desktop app. Yes. I played around a little bit with mobile apps, but then an update broke my emulator and I didn't really want to spend the time to figure out what was broken. I just decided I would YOLO this instead. Oh, okay, so I could find by icon. Find out ancestor of. I don't need that. There was something in here, gives me an idea. Search for the child widget in the tree and verify it exists. Okay, so I could, instead of doing this, I can say expect, let's just say, find. Oh no, sorry. I was reading the wrong thing. That's not going to work. Find by icon. Is that a thing? Let's see. By icon is a thing. Visibility outlined. Oh, icon data. So it's just this one. That makes sense. So instead of doing it this way, we know that we can find this guy. We don't even need that though. We just need to know we found both of our widgets. Obscure text should be true. And then we can expect visibility finder finds one widget because it should be hidden. Someone gave me a Flutter code and I don't really know how to fix it. 2,000 errors in the code. What I'm doing at the moment is use AR Light Cursor to fix all of it. I use Flutter my life. I mean, you would be better off if you learned some Flutter and just kind of work through it. But I mean, somebody giving you a broken project is pretty crappy in general. It's just gonna be crappy. Okay, so now what we can do, we can also say visibility off. Visibility off outlined. And we say visibility off finder finds nothing. That's where we can start with that. So you can run that again right quick. I should just run one of them. That's fine though. So we've found that we are reasonably certain through kind of a roundabout way that the icon is correct. Now we go back to the other thing that we saw. So we do await tester.tap find, and we don't need to find by type though, because we do though. By type icon button. Oops. But I don't need the parens. So it's going to tap the icon button it finds. Wait for it to run a frame. And then we don't need to find the label still. We run this again. We don't need that one either. Or that one. We just want to we want to flip this, actually. Oh, I lied. We do need this. Because we want to make sure that this got switched back to false. Like so. Like so. What do you think I should tell him? No, I'm not going to do it, or what? I mean, I don't know the context of what you're trying to do. Okay, so yeah, we passed. So let's just say, for the sake of verifying our test, we were to change this so that the icon doesn't actually change when we tap it. This should fail. And it does. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. No matching candidates for... see. The output's a little hard to read. Expected no matching candidates. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Expected no matching candidates. We found the one. Correct. News mobile app. I mean, I don't know. Like, why did somebody YOLO a broken Flutter project at you, right? What is the context of that? Do you even want to fix it for them, you know? Is this a job thing? Is this... Did you get suckered into free labor? Did they use AI to write it and then it's broken, so they threw it at you? I would like the error message to be more readable. Prove output message of expect. There should be a reason in here. So if we were to do that again really quick, and I was to say reason usability finder, we would say visible icon still present. And then here we would say reason visible visible off icon not present. Let's just say that's kind of awkward, but they use AI to do that Flutter, then they give it to me. I mean, sounds crappy. I would tell them no on present or on principle, but that's just me. Visible icon still present. Okay. That's not a great output, but it's better for sure. We'll go with that. We'll roll that back. But like, so if you want to fix the thing for some reason, it's going to be a lot of work, right? But you should go learn Flutter, and then you would know how to fix it. You'd be able to evaluate what's wrong intelligently, as opposed to just YOLOing and hoping that the slot machine fills you, fills that need for you, right? Here we want to do reason this is text obfuscation should be turned off on toggle or on icon button click, but was not. We'll do the same thing here. Reason utility off icon found, but should not be. Usability icon not found, but should be. We're going to make this the same. Icon found should not be. Visibility icon, visibility off icon found should, or not found. but should be. And up here, these ones are easier. Reason, widget finder, text field not found, and you label not found. Okay, perfect. These, oop, I forgot one. Reason, text not obfuscated, but should be. Oh, you know, I've been doing this wrong too. We're just gonna YOLO a find replace all. Flutter says to prefer single quotes, so we'll do that. We'll do as they suggest. Okay. This should all pass. Perfect. We should do our explanations up here as well. We can actually just copy this whole thing because we use the same stuff there. Except for I copied the wrong ones. These are the ones I want. That can go in there. And what I should do here no, that one's fine. Because otherwise I'd have to check for different icons, right? But if we just leave it as so I did reason twice. If we were to leave it as just checking that the suffix icon is null, that covers all the cases. So there should be no icon in there, which is correct. That's the thing we want to test. Our reason here is text field has an icon, but should not for non-password field. Non-password widget, we'll say. Okay, perfect. So that covers widget testing for this widget, which is actually great. Let's go ahead and do a quick commit for that. For, what did I call you? Login text field widget. Up to the git land with you. Okay, meow. What are you? You're my test. That's fine. You can go away. We're done with that guy for now. Put that back up there. Looks like my internet went out for a second there. That's cool. Super fun. I think we're okay. See if it comes back. Looks like it recovered. Which still lives. Are you alive, YouTube? You are. Okay, perfect. Excellent. All right, let's push on. So that's done. We pushed that up. Do we want to do... Is there value in adding some kind of testing to this guy? There's probably not. There's not a lot of stuff in here. It's just a list of fields. So probably not for there, but I think we're good on that. Just a widget test to make sure that's all squared away. For now, I think is okay. We could do one for the clicking over into from page to page. In fact, let's actually do that because then we can expand on that. Well, no, we can't. Well, we could, but that gets complicated because that requires a server to be running, which makes it harder to test that, right? I was thinking about expanding on that as, we could use it as a baseline, and then we could add testing for the different states we can get up into when we start logging in and getting character selection going. But we would have to have like a test server running. And then we get into like full build pipeline sort of territory. And we do eventually need to figure that out. But I think I want to do the rest of this client stuff before I dig into that. I want to finish implementing the client up to the state the old one was in. The state of completion, so to speak. Which is very basic for the client, which is why we picked it as a starting point. Yeah, I think I like that plan. Okay, so that means that we're going to have to start getting into WebSockets and getting our connect going here. We need to go look again at we need to come up with a plan for how we organize this, because we pulled things off into screens and widgets, and that's fine. Over here, screens and widgets, I don't like that, guys. Utilities, I don't like that either. Don't really want. I guess it would be like data sources. It wouldn't be though. I could organize it by feature. But I've already kind of broken that pattern up because I've got screens and widgets broken out, which I'm reasonably happy to have these guys live here, right? I think we do something. Because this is going to be a connection that gets used basically from the time we successfully authenticate on. And we can have things inside of there, I think. So if we were to do something like just WebSocket. And then here, can I do I'm absolutely melting in here. It's so hot. Okay, so thinking about sanity here. Yeah, let's just do, we can break this up in a little bit if we need to. Actually, let's not call this WebSocket. Let's call it server. And in here, we'll do just connection for now. And then we need to WebSocket channel. Post.dart.dev. Okay, that's the Dart team. Good. Interface for WebSocket stream channels. We gotta figure out how we want to hook this up. This is gonna be a little tricky. All right, let's get this. WebSocket channel. That. And then status as status. Okay. And they have a main async here. Parse, and this is single quotes. I need to look at the Golang stuff real quick here. My server, we're done with this for now. We're gonna close this down. Minimize the amount of stuff here. We'll let it finish indexing. So I had an update, broke everything, or undid everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's gonna be in main, in the server. How did I set this up? You just listen. The server address. Which is in config. I forgot I wired that up. Localhost, perfect. So over here, get. Yes, update, fine. Shrink down for me. There we go. Oh, I don't need a port. Okay. So I just need to localhost you. In theory. I forget to capitalize this. Okay. And we open a channel. Oops. Just a channel, please. Connect to that. Wait for it to be ready. What are you mad about? Sure. This will eventually need to be something else, but how do I want to organize this? Example, just that. Go look at the GitHub repo. Just like a stream sync, which I don't know what they do yet. So we essentially need to get a reference to this this sync. But how do I want to lay this out? Because we need to connect these. We probably need this to live in the state. Because when we swap the main window, no, actually it could live here in the main window. And then when we open, we're going to have to pass this around a lot. Which is fine because we can import main. But yeah, so the app state is where we'd probably want this to live. That way we can make decisions here. So that means that connection needs to be we need to wrap it basically so that we have a handle of a thing that holds the connection in here that we can use. We'll call things on this. It'll be a class, right? We'll call things like send and like listen or something. I need to know more about Stream Sync in Dart as I kind of think about how I want to lay this out. Stream Sync. We love examples. Stream controller. Several streams. Process the events these streams emit. Stream sequence stream controller. All events from the added streams are emitted by the stream created by the stream controller. Pipe forward one or more streams into another one. Stream controller. You can add data to the stream controller using sync, which should be listened via the stream. So get update user is user.sync. Stream user get user user.stream. Add data. Listen. Okay. Interesting. So these are kind of like channels in Go, basically. Let's find some more info here. This link seems to be dead. Cool, cool, cool. But I got to think about different events coming in too, so that we can update the different parts. But that'll either be the main Windows job, or it'll be something we delegate to a specific game window widget, in which case we'll pass it the sync, probably. It will, based on what I understand so far. But I want this to control giving those things out, I think. And we listen over here to manage sending it to the server, I think. Except this acts as a sync, so we could do it directly, or we could add abstraction. I think the answer we want, though, for sanity's sake, let's just say server connection. Have a body even if it's empty. Okay. Oh, right. No args for a class. So and I believe this needs to be that. This is going to return that what I want to do? This is not what I want. What I want is just that, I think. I can't do that though. Can't do that either. Constructors can't return values. How did we do? Where did we do? Was it in the tutorial that we had a class to do a thing? Yes. No, not that one. Where was it that we saw that? Was it? In exorcism? Completed. That wasn't it. That was the arguments. I think it was leap. No. We've only done 3. Where was it that we learned about this? Because there was a thing we needed, and I was confused by the syntax at first. I don't remember now. Was it over here? Let me close this real quick. Can't be here. It's going to drive me slightly insane now that I can't recall. Anywho. Oh, so that's all I need to do. If it had parameters or variables in class instance variables, then, which it will, right? What are you? Your WebSocket channel. So we do that. Then that breaks this. But this could be... It's not what I want, though. I want this to be... Oh, I did that wrong. I want this to be private. Dart private instance variables. Dart doesn't have the public key is public, private, protected, and private if the identifier starts underscore is private to its library. Okay. So that. It still breaks that though. Which is fine. I guess we say that. So it can be null. We just need to be careful about making sure it's not when it matters. This should probably take a URL. This then takes a URL. And then I need to make sure it's this. I don't think I need... Yeah, I just need to say that you need to give me a URL, which will set that. Okay, perfect. Now, inside of here, how do I do... private class function? Private fields, private properties, private class in Dart. Oh, I guess... async future void, I think, is still correct. And then here we put this stuff, and then this can go away for now. This gets, instead of that, this dot URL. Does this return an error? Unnecessary this qualifier. Okay. And then we wait ready, but I think I would need to try this, right? Or wrap this in a try block. And I need to accept, or no, that's not correct. It'd be, that wouldn't be there either. It'd be here. It would be on. You don't. There are errors creating the connection. The ready future will complete with an error. Okay. So it's actually not here. It's here. Here we go. Socket exception. Okay. We're actually going to copy this. This we need to import. Okay, perfect. For now, what was the format exception? Throw arbitrary objects. Error or exception. Can I... Could just do this as well. Let's do this for now. We'll think about... I just started thinking about like custom exceptions, right? And if we care about that, like we want to send the feedback back to the user that says, hey, I couldn't connect or something, right? Let's just do that for now. We'll leave these broken out. So I'm not sure. Not sure if we want to break these out. Let's spell connecting correctly though. Sometimes it's really useful to know the type of the error, right? I'm just not sure if this is going to matter. So we'll do that for now. So that we have a connect. When we do, let's just say, let's do a bool login. Let's just say. Do that really quick. Oh, you want to be lowercase, right. So this is gonna need username and password provided to it. If isn't there like a is null function? Okay. Not URL. If the channel is null. Oh boy, you don't like that at all, do you? Oh, right. Put you in the wrong place though. Should turn that off. It's annoying. Type server connection. Oh, I forgot to also do. So here we do